Welcome to Trash Magic. I'm Trash Robot. I'm actually live streaming right now while I do this, but I'm gonna kind of do some exploration, do some questing into the recursive web to demonstrate how all this works, how the recursive web acts as a sort of operating system for Trash Magic. So, first of all, every instance of the recursive web will have a little blurb explaining what all this is for. Everything we do is for spreading Trash Magic. We do things of all kinds, but ultimately they all go back to that. The purpose of Trash Magic is to create a civilization of free things entirely built from trash. We will build things from trash, share them freely, and share how to build them with others so that they can replicate. We call this replication from person to person of the know-how and desire to make things magic. The recursive web is made of portals and quests. I don't seem to be recording anymore. No, I am recording. Okay. The recursive web is made of portals and quests. You construct, replicate, and destroy portals and quests to build Trash Magic. And that's what we do on this. So when I say recursive, in computer science, recursion is when a function calls itself. And this is how life works. Life is extremely recursive. Life has repetition over and over and over and over and over again of genetic code, which is used to replicate the system, which is used to replicate the genetic code. It's sort of information which references itself. So what this is, I'm at rhombi.xyz, and this is a self-replicating object. So I scroll down here, and I have some geometron representation of a rhombus, of two rhombi, in fact, hence the plural, rhombi.xyz. And I make these out of cardboard with Sharpies and box cutters. And then this is a QR code that references back to rhombi.xyz, which contains the QR code. So here's some recursion right here. The QR code maps to the domain, and the domain contains the QR code. And then the domain also contains these references to cardboard objects, which I can cut. And if you have one of these rhombi and a cardboard, and a pen and a box cutter, you can make more. You can also cut them out with a laser if you have a giant laser for that. And you can use them to make what we call rock stars, which are stars made out of cardboard with rocks on them. So now I'm going to try to do a more concrete demo of Trash Magic. So free pants. I click on free pants. Now the free pants, the way free pants work is these are self-replicating pants. So you go out into the city or wherever you happen to live and you look around. Maybe you ask for donations. Maybe you just wander around and look for piles of trash. And eventually you're going to find yourself a set of black pants of some kind. Preferably black sweatpants. I like black sweat. I only wear black sweatpants. Then you get yourself some colored cloth of 6 colors: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. And then you use this block font to cut out the letters FREEPANTS, and then you sew them onto the pants, and you got yourself some free pants. Pants that say free pants. And if I scroll down, there is a QR code, and the QR code links to rhombi.xyz/free pants. So this whole thing is it's really simple. I mean, it's a really simple concept. There's also cardboard replicators. If you take a piece of cardboard and you print that QR code out, you put that QR code on the piece of cardboard, then the piece of cardboard will replicate the free pants because it links back to here. And this is just so simple. Anybody with scissors and either a needle and thread or a sewing machine, but you can do this by hand with a needle and thread. If you just have scissors and a pen, you can go out in the world and find trash and turn the trash into the pants, and then you can wear the pants. And then what you do is you take the letters and you put them in the pocket of the pants, and you somebody asks you about the pants, you pull them out and you say, these are self-replicating pants, replicate them. But now what we're going to do is we're going to replicate this. So okay, we're going to go back down to free pants, and I'm going to go to the web page editor. I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to say, all right, we need to make this more self-replicating. So in addition to the web, I'm going to add, here's how we add links. ahref equals editor.php. And this will be system code editor. All right. So now I go back here and I've got my system code editor. So I click on that. Now I've got the system code editor. And this is the whole system. If I look in the lower right-hand corner of the screen, I've got all the code. I've got trashmagic.css. This is the style file that's used for everything. JSCode/trashmagic.js. This is the JavaScript that's got all my little functions. I've got the rainbowization functions, rainbow string and rainbow array. And then I've got the function googly eyes. If you scroll down here, see this is function googly eyes n, which is some n number of googly eyes. So let's actually play with the googly eyes a bit before we start replicating. So I'm going to say googly eyes 8. But you know what? With the free pants, I don't want googly eyes 8. I want googly eyes, I don't know. What if we have 420 googly eyes? That's a lot of googly eyes. Look at that. That's out of control. That's actually too many googly eyes. So we're going to go back to System Code Editor, and I'm going to scroll down. And I'm going to say, all right, let's have 20 googly eyes. That's actually quite a few googly eyes. It's pretty out of control, but it's not quite as out of control. There's still a lot of black pixels behind the googly eyes, that was getting out of control before. All right, so I'll go back to System Code Editor, and now what makes it the recursive web? Replication, replicator.txt. So here, replicator, this gets compiled, as we call it, which isn't really a compiling process at all. This text file gets copied into the main web directory as replicator.php. Replicator.php calls this file called dna.txt, and which I can take a look at. So this is over here. So I go to data.dna.txt, and this is a JSON file. It's got these different things. So this is the JSON is called JavaScript object notation. If you're not familiar, you got these twiddle brackets that define sets of things. So I have twiddle bracket and then HTML, and then I have a list of all the HTML files in the system. And then data is a list of the JSON files. JavaScript is what it says, JavaScript files, CSS, PHP files. So notice this is total self-replication. So like under PHP files, we have replicator.txt. And under JSON files, we have dna.txt. So DNA plus replicator contain the means of the replication of the set, which includes themselves, and also all these other things. So including editor. So like right now, what am I doing right now? I'm on the system code editor. So let's go to editor.php, editor.txt. So this right here is the editor that I'm in. Right now, I'm running editor.php. php/editor.txt. If I go in here, I'm gonna go kind of crazy, and I'm gonna go in here and say in link scroll, I'll just make a link that doesn't really go anywhere. Here is a link to nowhere, and then I'm gonna click on text. And then go back here, and look, it's appeared. It edited itself. Editor.php edited itself in the free pants. What? Free pants? How is this part of the free pants operating system? Well, we're going to replicate the free pants. I'm going to replicate the pants today. At some point, I'm washing the pants right now. I found some more pants. I went out on a long quest yesterday. I quested all the way down from where I am west of downtown Denver. I quested down to the middle of town. Is probably about 3.5 miles the one way, and then turned around and went up on Colfax. Colfax is a very, 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 very long road in Denver. There's like miles and miles and miles of Colfax that are all very Colfaxy in the sense that there's like a way that street is, in that there's, no matter how residential an area you're in or how industrial, there's always kind of like, it always feels like a city street. There's generally, you can walk along it. It's often pretty bad sidewalks, but you can walk along it, and there's buses that have both express and local service for, anyway, free pants. So I'm going to replicate them in the real world, but now we're going to replicate them in the digital world. So I go to replicator.txt, and what we see here is that it's replicating the main TrashMagic recursive web thing. Which is not what we want. I don't want to replicate that. I want data.dna to be from rombi.xyz/freepants. Okay. And then I want to, when I copy the DNA, when I fetch the DNA, I want that DNA to be this DNA on this instance. Now what is rombi.xyz physically? Now you're used to the normal web as it exists in the cloud, is that there's something called the cloud, which is this metaphor for computers. We say that the computer is in the cloud, which really doesn't mean anything. It's a metaphor used for a whole bunch of computers that are in some warehouse with a bunch of armed guards, and some company owns it and everybody pays rent to that company. But this is the dump, the trash dump. Now the trash dump, so the cloud is just a metaphor. When people say cloud, they don't mean water vapor suspended in the atmosphere. They mean some computers owned by a corporation in some big building. When I say dump, I mean a pile of trash. Because there's a pile of trash, which includes web servers from the trash, and those web servers from the trash contain these self-replicating files, which are linked from this domain, rombi.xyz. I bought that with DreamHost, and then point the domain from DreamHost to an IP address that has a dump server, which runs Nginx, which is a server reverse proxy manager, which takes the incoming traffic and directs it to these different servers like this. So that's what rombi.xyz is physically. Physically, it's actually a headless Raspberry Pi sitting on a cardboard cube about 2 meters from where I'm sitting right now. But I'm not on that machine. I'm on a different machine. I'm logged in, looping around through the trash magic web. All right, so I've changed this. Now I'm going to go to text.php, which is like compiling. So that goes like that. All right. So now I'm going to go down, and I'm going to go to this replicator. I'm going to say, okay, this replicator, if I take this and put it into a browser bar, I just want to double check that this is what I think it should be. So now, if I'm going to rombi.xyz/freepants/php/replicator.txt, what I see is raw text representation of a PHP file, which replicates itself from this domain. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to copy paste it, and now I want freepants to be at, let's say, southplatte.net is a river, but I want to go to the street. I want to go to southbroadway.net, which is linked from here, because I try to link everything to everything else. So now I'm down here at southbroadway.net. I'm going to make a fork, and I hate this fork. So what I found now is that this is out of date. So what I need to do is go here and say, I'm once again recording. Apparently my recording got interrupted, but whatever. I'm gonna go to web editor on southplatte.net. I want to have forks everywhere. There's my fork. What happened to my fork? All right, so we're gonna make freepants at southplatte.net. So I'm gonna say new fork name will be freepants. I stopped recording again because I keep alt tabbing away, but what I need to do is go to rombi.xyz/php/replicator.txt. That's what we need. So now I'm going to go back to southplatte.net, and I'm going to go to fork, and then I'm going to say freepants. And now it's going to say mkdir question mark free dir equals freepants, and replicator equals rombi.xyz/php/replicator.txt. So now what's going to happen is I'm going to use the replicator at rombi/freepants. Actually, that's the wrong one. Nope, that's the wrong one. See, I caught a mistake there. What that needs to be is freepants/ boom. Okay, so now it's replicator equals rombi.xyz/freepants/php/replicator.txt. So now I say, I click on the link. So when I click on the link, it's going to make the directory, and it's going to copy the replicator in there. So now it says freepants/replicator.php, and that replicator.php is a copy of freepants/php/replicator.txt over on rombi.xyz. So I click on that. Freepants! And we go to the page, free pants, and I scroll down, and there's my free pants. So now I've got free pants. I go up a level, and I go recursive web replicator. That's not what we want. I want to go to web editor, and right at the top, right at the very, very, very freaking top, because I'm just, that's what I'm paying attention to. So that's what I'm going to draw attention to. Ahref equals free pants / free pants. Trash Magic free pants. So now I go back home. I click on Trash Magic free pants, and here's some pants. But then I'm also going to do web page editor, and then I'm going to make a link here. Because the free pants are on rombi.xyz, ahref equals https://rombi.xyz. Don't need the www, it's completely arbitrary, but I'm going to put it in here. You know what, I'll put it in here. So say www.rombi.xyz, and I go back here. I can go to rombi.xyz. I scroll down. I want to make sure this goes to the river, which it does. So now I go back to the river, and I can click on free pants. I can go up a level, back to fork. I could destroy that if I wanted to. Let's look at some other things. So that's how I'm going to replicate the pants, because I'm replicating the digital image of the pants here. The digital image of the pants is self-replicating. The pants are also self-replicating because I go out in public with these pants on, and I try to get people to copy the pants using the trash feed, because there's trash all over the place in Denver. There's trash on the street. There's trash in the park. There's you are getting blocked. I love blocking people. Yeah, whenever somebody says why though in a live or on a video or in a comment anywhere on the internet, I know that's somebody who I think should be purged from the internet. So I just purged them. And that's what I did. So here's Alice in Wonderland. This is also self-replicating. So the books are self-replicating. If I fork it down, I can fork this down. I'll say looking glass. And so now I'm going to make Through the Looking Glass as a self-replicating book. So the whole idea is to make as many self-replicating things as possible. So we've got self-replicating cubes, self-replicating books, self-replicating pieces of cardboard with QR codes on them, self-replicating pants, self-replicating web servers, self-replicating clay tokens, self-replicating cardboard and duct tape art boxes, self-replicating trash magic tarot, self-replicating science servers. So all right, so I'm going to go to github.com/laflab/pibrary, and what are the books? Where are the books? I got a whole bunch of books here. We're on Gutenberg. So under Gutenberg, I have Chaos Bible, Alice in Wonderland, Alice Through the Looking Glass. Click on Alice Through the Looking Glass. I click on Data. I click on Scroll Set, and here's Looking Glass. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to go back to southplatte.net to fork Alice in Wonderland. And then I'm going to fork down, and I see Looking Glass, and then I go to here, source server. All right, so if I do Control R, it's Looking Glass and not Alice in Wonderland. So if I say fetch the source, I'm going to click on this link. And now what it's doing is it's using yet another JSON file that is a list of files to copy, but now the files being copied are all markdown files. Alice through the looking glass, and what Alice found there. Through the looking glass. So there it is, and you can edit it. You want to get crazy? Follow the white rabbit, and I use markdown formatting to go https://rombi.xyz. Now if I go back home, there it is. Follow the white rabbit. Oh, what happened here? We're back. All right, let's look at the compost cube. So a compost cube is a cube made from trash with compost in it and some seed of some plant, which can create more plants. It is self-replicating media. We can grow potatoes in the compost and replicate those potatoes to grow more potatoes, replicating the whole system. Cubes can also hold replication supplies: rulers, box cutters, geometron shapes, glue, QR codes, scissors, pens, and markers. So this is the dirt net. Make a cube from trash, put dirt in it, move it around town, print a message on the side, put a thumb drive in the dirt, grow seedlings, grow fungi, draw symbols in the dirt, make new QR codes which point to new places on the dirt net, and put them on the cubes which are out on the street. To get to the actual dirt net, right here, this document, just click on the link to the QR code marker below. Print those out, put them on cubes, put dirt in cubes, grow things in dirt, move cubes around as we build and evolve our mental universes. And there's some more trash magic stuff. And I scroll down. And for the QR code, all right, well, in some cases, you just ad hoc the QR code. I go here, and I say dirt net. And there it is. There's the dirt net. So now I have a QR code which points to rombi.xyz/compost cube, and it says dirt net. And if I make a physical cube, and I'm going to make more cube documentation today, I'm going to try to make more self-replication on the cubes. The cubes, I had the cubes set up to replicate before, but self-replicating skate parks. Yeah. I mean, they are a little self-replicating. I mean, I think Tony Hawk actually put a lot of work into kind of flying around the country trying to make skate parks as self-replicating as possible. If you look at how municipal skate parks get built, they're cookie cutters of the other municipality. Like the town I grew up in, if we'd had the kinds of structures, information structures that exist today, probably somebody could have talked the town into making a skate park, but we couldn't because that language didn't really exist yet. So the town just hated us. So now I'm going to go back home. And so that's the compost cube. So the compost cube is a self-replicating media object, which includes dirt, which includes living things that self-replicate, and which includes geometry constructed from cardboard, and self-replicating HTML, self-replicating PHP, a self-replicating GitHub repository, and a self-replicating web server. We are creating sets of self-replicating entities. That is what we do in Trash Magic. And those sets, you grow the sets, you shrink the sets, you divide the sets. They divide in large sets, divide into smaller sets, small sets combine to make large sets. This is a praxis of self-replicating sets. That's what we're doing here. Compost cube, if I want to fork this down, cube. I'm just forking around, going up, going down through the ontology. We create entire universes of language and then just destroy it. This is what Philip K. Dick did. Philip K. Dick would create and destroy universes just like that. And that's what we're doing. Fork. All right, so I can fork some more and go Dungeon Synth Adventure Time. We're going to go down to Dungeon Synth Adventure Time. We're going to go down here in the recursive web. I could go another layer deep. I mean, Maybe I should make the PyBrary replicator. I'll make a PyBrary all the way down here. And I'll say rabbit hole. And then PyBrary. Welcome to the fucking rabbit hole, man. And in we go. Down the rabbit hole. Down the rabbit hole. And I go here, and then now what? All right. What if I go PyBrary replicator? I think that's a file. I don't even know. PyBrary replicator.php. Is that even a thing? I'm going hog wild. Click home. I go here, and then it's like Edge Physics, Geometron Magic, Gutenberg, Quantum Shitpost. What is Quantum Shitpost? So now I click on Quantum Shitpost, and I'm like layers and layers down here. Trash Robot PyBrary is self-replicating media. I think I have to go here to Quantum Shitpost. So now I'm going to fetch this, and it doesn't work because it's not. I don't have LaTeX enabled. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here and say editor.php, editor.php. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to go to the editor. And then in editor, I'm going to go down here. And there's a bunch of this here. I'm like, all right, goodbye. Typeset, MathJax. Every time this updates, I want to run MathJax. So I go here, MathJax. MathJax! It's a great JavaScript library. MathJax is one of the JavaScript libraries that changed my life. So now I go back here. Oh, there it is. Negative h bar squared, del squared over 2m poop plus v poop equals e poop. And so that's it, Quantum Shitpost. And I'm going to make another link. I'll say doop doop up a level // I'm going to go to the river, southplatte.net. I'm going to put it in all caps. southplatte.net, https://www.southplatte.net. And then over at southplatte.net, I'm going to be like, I'm going to go to southplatte.net. I'm going to go to the web editor, and I'm going to be like, follow the white rabbit. Follow the white rabbit. https://www.rombi.xyz/ I don't even know what. Where was I? I don't know where I was. I gotta go back. Fork HTML. Follow the white rabbit. So now what we're going to do is go here and then follow the white rabbit. And then I'm going to go down into the compost cube. And then from the compost cube, I'm going to fork it down to cube. And then I'm going to fork it down. And I'm going to go from cube to Dungeon Synth Adventure Time. And then from Dungeon Synth Adventure Time, I'm going to go down the rabbit hole. And then from the rabbit hole, where am I going here? I'm going to Gutenberg. No. Quantum Shitpost. Where was... I'll just go to Quantum Shitpost. So then I'm going to Control C that, and Quantum Shitpost takes me straight back to southplatte.net. And then at southplatte.net, I'm going to go in here and go follow the white rabbit. We're going down the rabbit hole. So now it goes to https://www.romby.xyz compost cube/cube/dungeon synth adventure time/rabbit hole/quantum shitpost. So now if I go back here and I follow the white rabbit, and you got your quantum shitpost right there. And I just go back to southplatte.net. And now I want some free pants. I got some free pants. How do I make the free pants? Well, now, you see, one thing leads to another. You get self-replicating pants and self-replicating cubes and self-replicating code and self-replicating web pages. So, like, the web pages are all being hosted on the servers, and I need to assemble one of the servers of the Planet of Mushroom. I have to retrace it. Yeah, more mushrooms. I need to learn more about mushrooms and the ones that can eat cardboard. You know, I talked to some people and they're like, oh, cardboard's no good for growing mushrooms, blah, blah, blah. But, like, I'm sorry that there are some mushrooms that don't grow well on cardboard, but the fact that fungi can metabolize cellulose is a big freaking deal. There is no other organism that can metabolize cellulose as efficiently as fungi, and we've got a hell of a lot of cellulose around here. So, yeah, I guess I'm still recording. Damn it.